that we get to talk to one of the greatest players in NFL history, 3-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, absolute Hall of Famer, and now we're friends. Now we're like, you've come on enough. We're just friends. And Detroit Lions legend Megatron, Calvin Johnson, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. When you think of this game, when you just see Wild Card Weekend, Stafford, Lions, are you just like, what is this?
It's all the drama. I heard y'all talking about it earlier. It's all the drama, man. You got Matthew coming home. You got the same quarterbacks that were traded for, so all the drama in the world here in Detroit. It's gonna be ridiculous, ludicrous, all the words to explain the loudness and the craziness that's gonna go on in Ford Field on Sunday.
Yeah, let's get to that. And there's so much to get to. But your CBD company, I'm a big fan of Primitive Performance. You participated, my friend, in the Quick Lane Bowl at Ford Field as a corporate sponsor partner, which I think is amazing. Congrats on that. And you got to be the on-field coin toss captain. How important was this to you and the awareness around CBD in sports?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of our big goals that we had out in front of us. We built our brand to be, on the level, on par with, professional leagues. We're authentic from the place that the products that we made were products that we used while we played, and we just wanted to be able to add the technology that cannabis brings when you're able to apply pharmaceutical grade practices to cannabis. So it's exciting to be able to get our product, in the hands of high-performing athletes.
What was it like to be out on that field? And what's it like to be a corporate partner of that? That's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty crazy,
Yeah.
From being a college athlete and going to these bowl games and being in the rooms and luncheons with these corporate partners to taking it full circle for us to be one of those and be able to, take it to a whole nother level and continue to educate our brethren, the youth that are coming up to our sport and with ways to naturally heal themselves.
It's brilliant. Primitive Performance, guys, check it out. It is the elevated wellness company, and trust me, it works. Like this stuff works. It works. The creams, it's amazing. The last time you were here, a couple months ago, you picked the Lions to win the NFC North, and I was like, okay. They did. Back in the playoffs for the first time since 2016, and things are looking good. And then you got your guy Matthew Stafford and the Rams coming back to Detroit. What are your initial thoughts on the actual matchup, the football of it all?
Man, Matthew's just gotten better and better, over time, So for him to come back here to Detroit, man, it's going to be a show. I do hope that he is a little tight, and gripping that ball a little bit hard so our guys can get their hands on the balls and make some plays. But, I'm happy for Matthew, all the success that he's had, especially winning the Super Bowl once he left here in Detroit. But to have him come home, we texted a couple of weeks ago, and I texted him, I was like, man, what are the odds you coming here to play in Detroit? And he was like, shoot, you never know. We'll see. And then lo and behold, this week he texts again.
What did he say that he could come back to do? What, say it again?
Oh, yeah, no, we were texting the other week, and I told him, I was like, what are the chances of you coming back to Detroit to play in a playoff game? And lo and behold, he's going to be here. He's
going to be there. Now, where do you sit? Are you going to the game?
Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to go down. I'm going to try to see him on the sideline before the game. Then I'll be up top in some suite somewhere.
Oh, you got to get in his head, though. Are we rooting for Matthew Stafford? Are we rooting for Matthew Stafford?
No, we're not. I love Matthew, but when he comes to Detroit, all bets are off, He's coming into the den, but the boys about to get after him.
Yeah, I feel like that would be really, really tough. If you had a chance, my friend, you use Primitive Performance, you're in tip-top shape, you are a Hall of Famer. If you had a chance of suiting up for one final game this weekend in Detroit, would you join the Lions team for their first playoff game, or would you want to go catch the rock from your boy Matthew Stafford a time?
I can't leave the Detroit faithful. That ain't even right. I can't do that to my people.
Is that the real answer, though? The true answer?
No, it is a true answer. I love what Dan and what he's doing here in Detroit. I don't know what they got going on in LA, but I know what's happening here at home. I like the energy here in Detroit. And I like what Goff and I love what everybody's doing on the team. We got guys on defense that are emerging, trying to emerge as stars right now, and I hope that they continue to do so, because if they do, it'll take us a long way in the playoffs.
Can you do something for me at the game, pre-game? You in Detroit, you and the Lions are friends now. You go over there and I need you to catch some rocks from Matthew Stafford in pregame. Will you do that for us?
If I could get him to do it, if I get some of his time, I'll try. I'll try to get him talking.
I think you can get some of his time. I think you can do that. Now I have to ask you, because this sort of made waves. You had this this post on Twitter, or whatever people are calling it these days. The Lions congratulated you. You know what I'm talking about? On getting into the Hall of Fame back in 2021. That's when they congratulated you. 3 years later, Calvin, after the Lions clinched the division, you responded. What is this?
So, I don't like to throw people up under the bus, but I'm not very savvy with social media, and I used to have somebody working for me for social media, so I don't post, just to say that. But it was a post that my person did not look at or read, clearly, because it was 2 years ago. And I'm not petty. I wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have gone and did anything like that. But it is my responsibility because it is on my page. So, I just got to get better control of my team and make sure we have a procedure when we're sending out stuff.
Did you think it would make so many waves? Because it was a little Petty Murphy. It was a little Petty Murphy.
Petty Murphy. That's good.
Nate used to say that. Burleson used to say that to me all the time.
I used to just, I didn't know nothing about it until everybody's like, why are you being so petty? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I look up and I'm just like, holy crap. Like, why? How did this come out?
No,
like,
and now let's advance the story, and you go over there with the Lions, and then you go see Stafford and catch passes for him, and it'll just be the best. It'll be the best.
Yes, it will. It will. I'm so looking forward to this weekend. It's been 20, 30 years since the last time. So I'm telling you right now, like Detroit, not even just Detroit. I was in Jackson Hole snowboarding this weekend, and I saw people with Lions gear on out in Wyoming, of all places. So it's not just in Detroit.
Yes.
I think this thing is catching some heat nationwide.
It's true. Everyone is rooting for the Lions. You're not wrong. Literally everyone in the country in Jackson Hole. Cool, like humble brag. You're just hanging out in Jackson. If I were to walk up to Caldera House and see Calvin Johnson, I'd lose my mind. 6'8" Megatron. Have fun. Go catch passes. We appreciate you. Primitive performance, everybody. Enjoy the game. Enjoy it all.
Great to see you.
You know you'd pick Matthew Stafford. You're such a liar. All right. See